Hey everyone, welcome back. Michelin promotes EV tires via Volta's sustainable EV charging and media network. Now we all know what Volta is, so we've got another Volta video for you guys. And essentially Volta offers free charging, and in return they display advertisements along their charging stations. It's a business model that I really like, and I do like their management system as well. So overall, I'm quite fond of Volta charging. I like that they're taking a different direction in the space of EV charging, and they're expanding with their list of advertisers. So this is lately include Michelin. A lot of us will know what Michelin is. They're a popular tire company. Now this campaign increases awareness of Michelin's EV specific tire by 70%. Perception of Michelin as an environmentally friendly brand increased by 38%. An industry-leading electric vehicle charging network powering vehicles and commerce partnered with Michelin North America Inc. to bring the mobility brand Motion for Life campaign to millions of EV drivers and consumers in the US. The campaign showcased Michelin's innovative tire designs to maximize EV performance, making Volta both an EV charging company and media network, the ideal platform to meaningful reach an audience while positively impacting the environment. Now, Volta provides accessibility and reliable public EV charging that conveniently complements consumers' daily routine with locations in grocery stores, entertainment venues, apparel retailers, pharmacies, banks, and more, with eye-catching digital screens located a step away from the entrance of these locations. Volta Stations doubles an innovative media network, allowing brands to reach consumers in an environmentally sustainable format while they are in a purchasing mindset. And this is a great mindset to get customers. When advertising, it's the direct mindset of wanting to spend money. When you advise the people who want to spend money, they're much more likely to buy your products from your advertisements, rather than when you advertise to people who have no intention to spend money anytime immediately. So this way of advertising is very effective, especially for Volta, and they're going to prove this. Now, the strategic location of Volta Station in front of parking lots ensure that Michelin's mission reaches not only EV drivers, but millions of shoppers who are projected to be an EV owner in the future. As technological leader, Michelin has been preparing for the EV revolution and designed tires that maximize EV performance, like the Michelin Pilot Sport EV tire, which can extend battery range by 35%. A study conducted by an independent third-party research firm revealed this campaign successfully improved awareness of Michelin EV-specific tire by 70% and boosts the perception of Michelin to make the best tires by 23%. This is demonstrating the impact of Volta's large format screens on financing consumers' mindset. Now, Michelin campaign directly enabled Volta to deliver more than 470,000 electric miles to EV drivers via Volta's media-enabled charging station. As a result, Michelin helps to avoid an estimate 113 tons of CO2 emissions that would have otherwise been created by gasoline-powered vehicles. This is really great stuff. So what I want to see from Volta in the future is obviously more expansion. And obviously, I would like to see more partners, more advertisement partners for Volta, because ultimately that's where they're going to make a lot of their money. Now, in other news, ad revenue might be the secret to lowering EV charging barriers. Some 24 public EV charging stations will be installed in Hoboken, New Jersey, at no cost to the city or the drivers using them. Revenue generated from advertisements on the 55-inch screen will help subsidize the operation. Ad revenue will subsidize electric vehicle charging in New Jersey, opening the door to a new funding stream meant to make cost of deploying and operating public charging cheaper. Volta Charging will install about 25 public chargers on cubes. Volta's Charging will install about 25 public chargers on cube sites in Hoboken, a small, dense city just across the Hudson River from Manhattan. The project will not only be at no cost to the city, but for EV users, charging will be free when using a medium-speed level 2 charger. We've got a quote from Ryan Sharp, Director of Transportation and Parking in Hoboken. So literally no cost to the city, which is really exciting part of the program. That was one of the key requirements in the request for proposal specifications that we put out for this program. Volta will cover the cost of installation, maintenance, and electricity for the charging station. as well as pay the city a rental fee for using a public right-of-way. Volta will keep the ad revenue generated from advertising posted on the 55-inch screens, and the city gets to use 10% of the ad space for its own messaging, which can include information related to city events, service, real-time transport, information, and much more. We can be innovative with using charging stations for beyond just charging said shop. Volta sees this business model as an innovative approach to reducing the upfront costs of deploying chargers, as well as subsidizing the cost of electricity. What Volta has done is bringing another stream of capital to every single parking spot. This was said by Kevin Sammy. We put a station in the ground, and that's quite literal value from ad revenue. That is upside, shareable across the board. So Kevin Sammy is head of policy and climate communication at Volta. Another quote from Sammy, and I quote, "A lot of our peers that just rely on electricity sales, if there are no EV, it doesn't pencil for them. Whereas for us, if there's any eyeballs, we can be there without the cars yet. So we're solving that chicken and egg problem." Volta charging is continuing to expand and reaching out to Hoboken in New Jersey. This is great. Not to mention their new advertising partner, Michelin. This is great for Volta. Cannot complain. Now, currently the stock price is $2.13. Absolutely brilliant because it's undervalued and cheap, and I love that. This puts a market cap at $357.9 billion. Absolutely undervalued. It's quite ridiculously how low. Now, in terms of shorted shares, since July the 14th, 18.6 million shares are being shorted. Short ratio is 4.99. That's a lot of shares to get shorted in Volta. Now, if you don't believe that's a lot of shares, to put it in perspective, Tesla shares shorted by July 14th was 23.49 million. Basically, 23.5 million shares were shorted for Tesla. And Tesla is a much bigger and much more popular company. So the fact that there's so many shares that are being shorted at Volta, this is 18.6 million. It tells us that a lot of people were betting on this company to fail. But me personally, I don't believe that for a second. I believe they need more funding to continue to expand. But seriously, long term, they're a real competition. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, I'll see you in our next video.